This is Summit Lake, and it's right at mile 21.4 of the ENN Port Alberni Subdivision. And it's about just after 6:30 in the morning. Sunrise was an hour ago, and the sun is just now starting to come over the mountains. I'm taking off now and leaving. I got here 4:30, actually about 4:20 a.m. in the dark, so I could experience dark, dawn, and light, and I took a lot of photographs here. It's quite a beautiful location. So now I'm going to shoot video from here to where I park on Highway 4, which is going from mile 21.4 to about mile 20.4, and I'll be going down grade on the 2.2% grade. That's the steepest part of the ENN on Vancouver Island. Such a beautiful place. Yeah, it's really nice. The main part of Summit Lake is just coming up ahead alongside the railway, and that's the deeper part of the lake as I'm heading eastward. I think I'm actually heading upgrade a little bit here until I get to the summit. Looking back, nice pretty morning. When I came through here in the dark at 4:15, I just wanted to get to the trestle and get set up. I wanted to see if I could get some shots with the stars still visible, but I was a bit too late for that. But I did notice coming through in the dark, closer the other side of the summit, when I start going downgrade, it's going to be a lot of growth. There's a lot of sort of foliage growth, vegetation, and I mean, this is third weekend in May, and so this is getting to the height of the growing season, and I sure noticed a big difference from the last time I was here in February. A lot of that is just the fact that the leaves are out on the trees. But the vegetation in this area, not right here, but when I come out of this straight stretch, is really getting out of hand. The other thing I noticed is the ground between the rails is quite squishy, so there's a lot of water. It was a foggy morning, quite cool, and the sun is now nice, warming up my cold hands. View of the lake. It's a popular place for people to go fishing. A bit harder for them to get to than Loon Lake further on west. Here's a trail that will take you probably to a parking place on Highway 4. I prefer to head on down to about mile 20.4 or so. It's just a comfortable place for me to park. I know where I'm going. I know it works there. It's a safe place to park. And the walk from there into this trestle is only about 20 minutes. And I get to go through a really lovely rock canyon cut. The doubling spur was on my right side. Don't exactly know where. I forget how many cars it could hold. Grade appears to be fairly flat here. I think I am at the summit. If it's right at mile 21. I've never quite figured out if Loch Arkaig is just the place name for the summit and the spur, or if that was what the railway called the little lake beside me that I refer to as Summit Lake. I'm not sure. Let's take a look down this log. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. And just over here, somewhere on my right, will be the mile 21 sign. Really hard to see, especially this time of year. It would make sense that the doubling spur would have been around here because there is space. And of course, any evidence of a switch is long gone. Here's mile 21. I love this part. I mean, it's also very mushy. Oh yeah, here's my footsteps from this morning. But I love the fact that this is such a nice rock cut. Again, look at all the foliage creeping in from either side. Little trees in the middle of the grade, because that's where there's some really nice soil. This is Island Corridor jungle. Yeah, quite the jungle. I am between the rails. Coming up here in the dark was kind of funny because I stayed between the rails, but it absolutely did not feel like I was on a railway. Couldn't feel the ties because of all the grass and dirt, mud. Of course, we are right next to Highway 4. That's looking west, now looking east. I'm going downgrade now on the 2.2% grade. I could just coast. A lot of water right beside me here. Here we come into the morning sun. Oh, I just went deep into the mud right here. Oh yeah. And a lovely scene. It's the nicely lit area that I'm at. I sure am feeling the downgrade. 2.2, 2.1, that kind of percent of grade. Yeah, just far too much growth in the middle of the railway track. Again, here's the highway right there. Oh, this is nice with the sun peeking around. Oh. So it's like walking. There's no evidence of ties at all. A brief section here of visible ties and no weeds on the track. And here comes the broom. Here's a spot where maintenance of way vehicles could get on to the railway. If I continued on for about 15 minutes or less, I come to the mile 20.2 trestle, which I'm interested in seeing. I've seen it 3 or 4 times already, so I will skip that now because I'm cold and I want to get into my warm car.